Yo, yo, yo. What up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Okay, let's see who we got joining us today. We have Angeline live from New York. Angeline, the one and only. Awesome. Okay, guys, I want to do a quick little bit of value there. I wanted to just hop on here. This is a topic that comes up quite often, right? Some people will tell you in our particular industry that, lead with your product, lead with your product, right? When I was started 30 years ago, my millionaire mentor always used to say to me, lead with the business opportunity, because typically what people would say is that, they would see your business and then they would say, well, it looks good, Darren, but I want to try the product first and then, see what the product's like. And then if the product's good, then, maybe I'll get involved. Okay. Now on today's Facebook Live, I'm going to share with you that the more that you actually start to dive deep into marketing, okay, the more that you start to dive deep down the rabbit hole and really understand what is marketing? What is marketing? How does it actually work? What is target marketing? Okay, what's the difference? What's the distinction between just regular marketing and target marketing? So we're going to be talking about that on today's Facebook Live. Chris Holland is tuning in from Phoenix. How are you? And we've got Rose Cortez. Welcome. We have Shazad tuning in from Pakistan. Welcome. Guys, if you're coming late onto the broadcast right now, we're going to be in a little bit of a discussion between what should you actually be leading with as far as your business, okay? Some people will tell you products and some people will tell you your business opportunity, okay? And I want to find out from you what you think, okay? What do you believe is the best strategy, okay? The best strategy to be able to make the most amount of money, okay? The most amount of money, the fastest, because that's the goal in business, okay? Is to make the most amount of money, the fastest, okay? For yourself, and to be able to make the most amount of money the fastest for all the people on your team so you can lift them up and give them wings. Okay, that is the goal, guys. Okay, so, a lot of people get into our industry and all they're focused on, truthfully, okay, and I'm just being honest, right, is that they're in a situation where they need to make money. They're starting something because they're either in between a career change or, they've been taken down the rabbit hole and they, something is causing them to reach their breaking point. Okay. And when somebody reaches their breaking point, guys, they need money today, right? Not 6 months from now, not a year from now, not 3 to 5 years from now. They need money today. That's why they're looking for options. That's why they're looking for ideas or strategies or something that's going to be able to help them to raise their income from whatever it is that they're currently making right now. Okay. So what do we got here? Let's tune in. Okay. So we've got Facebook user. How you doing? Tuning in from Michigan. Awesome. Hey, Darren, hope all is good. I would say hi to whoever that is, but I don't know who it is. So put your name there maybe and we can I can find out who it is. Christian Supreme, what is happening? How are you, sir? Good to see you. Focus on people's problems, not your business or products, says Andrew. Okay. Angeline says, that's right. They need money today. Okay. This is the thing that people don't get about our particular business model, guys. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you on today's broadcast. Oh, it's Keith. Okay. Hey, Keith, how are you, sir? Okay. So some people say products. Some people say business opportunity. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you guys that, and I've done Facebook Lives on this before, but not with this particular title, because this title is actually the title that people talk about all the time. Okay. They sort of have these debates in companies like, what do you lead with? You go to the product side, or do you go to the business opportunity side? Okay. And, you know, the smart marketers and you know, people that really get marketing and they understand what it really takes to take a business and just go like that into a global explosion, okay, is that it's you have to assume a couple of things if you're in the network marketing industry. And this is where you have to do your due diligence to, you know, dig a little deeper to make sure that your products actually work. Okay. Do your products actually work? Okay. So in other words, if you have weight loss products, but nobody's losing weight, you got a problem. If you've got anti-aging products, but people look at the pictures and they go, I can't see the difference. I can't see the difference. Can you see the difference? You got a problem. Okay. In the event that you've got, you know, something that's supposed to give you more energy, okay, and it doesn't, you got a problem, right? So the products, these are the preliminary sort of, you know, what I would consider to be due diligence that you actually have to do. So do the products actually work? Okay. And are they competitively priced in the marketplace? Okay. Are they competitively priced in the marketplace? So let me give you an example of this. There was a company out that had this really super, you know, antioxidant juice, right? The company was called Zango. And, you know, unless you were buying it as an affiliate, the retail price of the product was, quite frankly, ridiculous. Okay. So the companies, what they typically do is they say, well, it's our research, it's our patents, right? Oh, it's our ingredients, right? So they'll try and use up all these things to justify the inflated amount of their product. But truth be known, you know, when you take the discount off the top, right, from, you know, the retail to the wholesale, what it does is it actually drives people to become distributors or affiliates of the product, because nobody wants to pay these outlandish retail prices that the network marketing companies put out. Okay. And typically what happens is that in the event that somebody all of a sudden goes to Costco, okay, and they go, oh my God, Costco sells juice with mangosteen, right? And it's, instead of paying like $48 a bottle, they can get it for $9. Okay. Guess what happens? They cancel their auto ship. Okay. They can't justify this big inflated price. So you've got a revolving turnstile in your business, especially when the economy shifts and all of a sudden people get their credit card bill and they're like, what? $200 for juice? That's gone. Like literally, it's the first thing that gets wiped off their budget is the juice, okay, that they're paying a ridiculous amount of money for. So The products have to work, and the products have to be competitively priced in the marketplace. And in the event that the price is way up here compared to everything else in the marketplace that people can get, whoops, you got a problem. Okay. And you're going to have a revolving turnstile in your business, especially when the economy shifts. Okay. It's the worst it could possibly be in that situation, because people cannot justify paying these ridiculously high inflated prices that these companies put out. Okay. And this whole concept that they preach at their events about direct to consumer and blah, blah, wah, 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 it's bullshit, okay? Because if it was direct to consumer, they wouldn't have to have these ridiculous inflated prices, okay? So, okay, so here's, like Tide or whatever. So Tide's out in the marketplace, and they got some detergent, right? And they spend massive millions and millions and millions of dollars on their marketing, but the network marketing company's product is 4 or 5 times as much as Tide. Give me a break, okay? People just won't pay it. And I don't care what anybody says about, what's the ingredients, it's this thing, it's that thing. When the market shifts and the economy shifts, and you've got kids and you've got a family to take care of, people don't give a shit. They want to save money and they want to be able to still live. So guess what comes right off the budget? Your network marketing products come off. Gone. Auto ship is canceled, and you got a revolving turnstile. So the products have to work, right? And they got to be competitively priced, okay? Now, in the event that you do your due diligence and you find out those things are true, check, okay? So the products work and the products are competitively priced compared to other things in the marketplace that, that are out there, okay? Network marketing or not, okay? I'm just talking about products, because people don't care, guys. I'm telling you, they don't care whether or not it's a network marketing company or they can just go buy it. And if it's a good quality product and it's competitively priced to other products that are in the same category, awesome. Okay. But if it's like this, you got a serious problem on your hands for attrition rates. Massive problem. Okay. So you can be as fired up as you want about your business, but if you have this problem with price point, it's going to be a problem. It will be a problem for you. And you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you what, when the auto ships start canceling, off on the backside, after people realize they actually have to go to work in order to make money, then all the work that you're doing on the front end is crumbling down on the back end. And your check is going, woo, 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 right? So you don't have a stable residual income, okay? Problemo. So let's assume that is the case. So the products work, okay? The products work and they're competitively priced in the marketplace. So both of those go check, okay? Now, regarding compensation plans, typically it's right around 50%, okay? 50% of the money that comes in should go back out to the field, okay? And that's just kind of a standard, and it's been that way for 3 decades in the event that the company is, a legit. They typically 50 cents on every dollar goes back out to the field in the form of incentives, bonuses, and compensation plan, okay? So let's say that that's the case with your company. So now we're talking about that would be the business opportunity, is the comp plan. So let's say that is the case. It's 50 cents on every dollar. Check. Okay. So you have both of them. Okay. So you got a good product, right? It's competitively priced. It works. And the compensation plan is what you would consider to be fair. Okay. Now, marketing marketing in general, typically just, we're talking about, like Tide does commercials on television and it's like mass market and they're using their budget to go out to the masses, right? Or maybe they're doing magazines or newspapers or radio or whatever. They have a specific campaign that goes and rolls out to the marketplace, okay? Target marketing is completely different, guys. Target marketing. What is target marketing? First of all, in our particular industry, you've got, like, if this is the entire human population, okay, so this is everybody. So I'm going to go, womp, there's the entire human population, okay? Now, within this entire human population, there's roughly, it's less than 10%, just so you know, that actually are on the path of personal development that want a better life. Shockingly, it's only 10%, little less than 10%, but let's go. Okay, now we're down here. Okay, now within this zone, there's going to be direct sales, affiliate marketing, network marketing, MLM, online marketing. There's going to be Shopify, e-commerce, Amazon drop shipping. It's all within this zone, okay? And it's typically people that want a better life, and the people that want a better life are in personal development. So they're looking to improve. They're looking for a better way. They want freedom. They want more. They want to live in a nice house and have a nice car. And they want to donate money or do things for their favorite charities or their church. They truly want to be somebody that can create an impact and leave behind a legacy for future generations. Okay. Now, these people in this zone, okay, have typically they're frustrated. They're frustrated, okay, because 97 out of every 100 of them that enter into this little zone don't make any money at all. Okay, they don't make any money at all because the only thing that they're taught is make a list of their friends and family, the top 200 list. They're given a memory jogger to jog their memory. And then they're just told to, hey, reach out to these people and, tell them that you just launched this business and see if you can get their support, right? See if you can get them to try the product. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Right? How many people have ever heard that one from the MLM companies, right? Just share your story. Just share your story about what the product did for you. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you from, a marketer's standpoint, if you really want to, have your income go like this, okay, is that as long as the products work, and as long as they're competitively priced, and as long as the compensation plan is fair, it's neither of those things that is going to take you to seven figures. Neither of them, okay? You have to assume that, you've done your due diligence, and yes, the products work, Darren. Oh yeah, I've looked at all the things in the marketplace, and they're definitely competitively priced. And yep, the company pays 50 cents on every dollar. Awesome, okay? Now, you got to realize that the 97 percenters that are out there, they like the marketplace. They're sold on the concept of residual income, and they want a better life. They want freedom, and they're already on the path of personal development, and they're investing in themselves to get to their breakthrough, to get to freedom. Okay. Now, the overall market in general, guys, people do not want to go harass their friends and family, okay? And the companies don't even teach them really what to even properly do so that they can have success. So they're going out with it's like carnage, literally. It's like this trail of carnage that's left behind for these affiliates. And honestly, like I I feel sorry for these people that are not properly trained because they don't have any idea what to do. And they're literally left with broken dreams. And, you know, they get really turned off by our industry because nobody actually ever teaches them what to actually do. Okay. So the amount of rejection that the people go through when they're just said, oh, here you go, here's your product kit, here's your little getting started package, right? Way you go, way you go. Good luck as being an entrepreneur, right? There's a trail of carnage that's left behind. And it's really sad. It's really sad, guys, to witness so many people that end up with broken dreams and in a massive debt situation if they get sucked down a rabbit hole into either high ticket programs, or they're told to, you know, go buy whatever the digital products and start buying traffic. Those are the people that end up going down the rabbit hole to bankruptcy. Okay. You got to get trained, guys. You got to understand exactly what it is to do. Okay. So here's the things that are the important things. First thing is people don't want to harass their friends and family. Second thing is they hate getting rejected. Third thing is that they don't know what to do to properly generate leads for their business. So they're out on the front lines pitching their deal and plastering their logos all over their wall. So they don't understand the concept of lead generation. And even if I was to give you 20,000 leads, most people don't understand how to take those leads and convert them to either product sales or affiliates. Huge problemo, okay? Now, in most cases, when people get into the industry, they don't have a lot of money to just be throwing out like this, okay? They're typically going to buy into their business on their credit card and put the auto ship on their credit card and buy whatever training that they require on their credit card. So they need to make money fast, okay? Otherwise, they're going to be paying interest on this money that they've put into their business. And if they can't get the money back, you got a lot of disgruntled people, right, that are pissed off because they've bought into a vision and a dream and they can't make money, okay? Now, I can tell you this, that in two different companies, that I was the top income earner in the company, while everybody was out pitching the products and the comp plan and the logos plastered all over their walls and get in now and lock your spot, I wasn't. Okay. And I was the number one income earner in two different companies. And what I was doing was I was providing a solution to the 97 percenters that had a dream, that wanted to go to the next level, but they didn't know what to do. Okay. And I had this value, the value, which is what people really want. They want a leader that's going to show them what to do. Okay. Most people don't understand marketing, especially target marketing. They want to make money, but they don't get the concepts. They don't understand what to do. Okay. They need somebody to show them what to do, to explain to them how it works, why it works, so that they can actually move forward and get traction and move their business into income. Okay. Now, and that's not with going out and spending a ridiculous amount of money on paid ads, guys. Okay. You know, you should be able to make money with 2 billion people on Facebook once you understand how the strategies work and you understand the psychology behind how they work and why they work. So you should be able to make enough money to be able to pay off your startup costs, plus create a little nest egg budget so that the business is going to start to pay for your expenses to scale it up versus your credit card and your savings account. Okay. Very, very important to understand this, guys. Okay. Let's see where we left off here. Okay. We have Justina. Tuning in on her lunch break. Welcome, David Tilley from West Virginia. I know that from experience, people cancel their auto ships. I'm just going to share with you guys that most people will not tell you this. They will not tell you this. Okay. When I started, my millionaires mentors were totally transparent. They told me this right from day one that, Darren, just so you know, when people get involved in a business, there's something called a honeymoon phase. Okay. The honeymoon phase can last for 30, 60, or 90 days. Okay. And it really depends on the person, right? It depends on the person, but the honeymoon phase lasts for 30, 60, or 90 days before people realize that if they want to make money, they actually have to go to work, okay? It's not you buy the package and then money just starts raining from the sky. It doesn't work that way. And once they realize they have to go to work, they go, oh, okay, I'm going to cancel my auto ship then. I thought money was just going to rain from the sky. And this is one of the reasons why Ponzi schemes keep on coming out, because they cater to people that want to make money, but they don't want to learn any skills. Okay. They don't want to step into leadership. They don't want to learn anything about providing value or what marketing even really is. So they want to just make money from their money, from their money, from their money. And then it compounds in the back office with this big illusion. And then when a mass amount of people try to withdraw, the whole thing comes crumbling down and people realize they got duped. Okay. So they prey on the 97 percenters. They prey on all of those people that have a dream that really don't want to do anything. It's kind of like a lottery mentality. So as soon as they start seeing the payments of the money on the money on the money, oh my God, right? Then that keeps them going in. And once that happens, then they go, they get their friends, their family, a second mortgage, the whole savings account, and they just go all in, right? And then the whole thing comes crumbling down, okay? Stephen, welcome, sir. How are you? Good to see you here. Facebook user says, hey, brother, how are you? I just had a woman throw up all over me with their business. Well, that's unfortunate. Doesn't feel too good. That's not how you do it. You're correct. Serious question, not coming from a negative place. Do you find that the success numbers of the people following your strategies are much better than the overall old school way of building? Or do they average out to be the same because people are people? Well, that's a good question, Michael. And, it really comes down to whether or not people even actually show up. Okay. And, the 80-20 rule, right? The 80-20 rule of the human condition, typically is very, very common. And it's one of the reasons why people ask me this all the time. Like, Darren, why is it that people that hit rock bottom can go from rock bottom to $250,000 or rock bottom to $500,000? Why is that? Like, do I have to hit rock bottom in order to go to the top? It's not about being at rock bottom. It actually has to do with people being able to surrender their pride and surrender their ego. So a person cannot grow and learn new skills and master the skills unless that's the starting point. They have to surrender their pride and their ego and then just follow simple paint by numbers steps. Okay. So if I take a look at, like, I just did a whole series of interviews over about the last 2 or 3 weeks, and some of the stories of the people were so dramatic. Like Josh Cousins, he went for 1.5 years and he tried to reinvent the wheel, and he took all his money and he put it into paid traffic and he lost everything. Okay. And then he all of a sudden reached his breaking point and he went like, oh my God, I bought that millionaire mentoring thing. Like, maybe I should just be coachable and go through the training, right? And watch the 3 videos 6 times in a row. So he did. And then in 18 months, he went from flatline to $250,000 at 20 years old. Okay. Now, what was different about him than all the rest of the people? Okay. What was different about him? Number one, he reached his breaking point. Number two, he surrendered his pride and his ego. Number three, he didn't try and reinvent the wheel. Number four, he was actually coachable. And number five, he just followed the bouncing ball. Okay. Now, anybody could do that same thing, but why don't they? They don't because their pride and their ego. And it's not until they're at rock bottom that they finally will surrender and be coachable. Okay. So the stories that have the biggest jump like this. Okay. So Jennifer and Jose were 2 days with no water, an eviction notice, 6 children, on the verge of being homeless, 15,000 first month, first year, 157 grand. Now they own their own advertising agency. Billy Inalus had lost all his money to the high ticket scammers. He was maxed out credit cards. He used up all his savings account, and he was washing and detailing cars just to make a little bit of money to feed his kids. And he went from that to $140,000 in his first year. And then now he owns his own music business. Okay. So 17-year-old kid, rock bottom, right? He had nothing, right? Every single penny that he had, he put into get into millionaire mentoring. 6 weeks, 0 to 50,000 in 6 weeks. Okay. What's different about those people? Okay. Is they surrendered their pride and their ego and they followed the bouncing ball, right? It's like paint by numbers. Oh, what's number one? Red. Okay. Red. Okay. What's number two? Yellow. Okay. Yellow. What's number three? Blue. Okay. Blue, right? Now, most people, unless they can surrender their pride and their ego, here's what they do and said. Let's see. What's number one? Red. I don't know if it should be red. I don't know if it should be red. I'm going to think about that. Yeah. I'm going to Google it. Yeah. I'm going to do some research on Wikipedia tonight. I don't know if that should be red or not. I'm going to really give this some serious thought. Okay. Those are the broke people. Okay. So, to answer your question, if I had 100 people and the 100 people did every single task that I said, like a paint by numbers set, okay, I can tell you that every single one of those people would go to freedom. Okay. But the challenge is that it's only the people that are at a breaking point in their life. So people typically, Tony Robbins talks about this all the time. People move from pain to pleasure. Okay. And in the event that the pain of taking action, okay, is at a lower point, right, than the pain that they're going through, they won't do anything. They won't do anything. The pain that they're going through has to be way up here compared to the pain of actually taking action and doing something. And then they take action and they go to the top. Okay. So it really has to do with a person's breaking point, Michael, to answer your question. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question there. It's a very good question. And, like the interesting thing is that when you take because I came from old school. Like I started 30 years ago when there was no internet. So the core of all the training that I teach comes from old school. It's old school strategies with new school technology, right? So, I don't teach paid ads. Like all the results that you see from all the students that I have, they didn't spend a single penny on paid traffic. Zero. Okay. And when when Jennifer and Jose went to the ClickFunnels Funnel Hacker Conference, and people that were, trying to get into online marketing found out that in their first year, they made $157,000 in profit, the people's jaws dropped. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You made 157 grand, you didn't spend a single penny on paid traffic? They said, no, we didn't spend any money on paid traffic. They're like, well, what was your source? Like, where did you get the eyeballs from? There's 2 billion people on Facebook, guys. With a B, billion. Okay. The problem is people don't get the old school strategies, but if you master those, then there's no income ceiling. There's no income ceiling, right? So, it's really understanding people. People are your commodity in business, guys, in case you didn't understand that. People are your commodity in business, right? It's not about paid ads. It's not about Facebook. It's not about YouTube. It's not about SEO. Like, if you need more than 2 billion people to get a business into traction, to make more than 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month, something's wrong. Something's seriously wrong, right? Because there's no ceiling. And you can find out so much about people on Facebook. It's like it's like you got a little computer here, right? In your iris, as you're scoping the room. Oh, that guy likes asking and is given. Oh, that guy's married, he's got a kid, they just went away on vacation. Right? You got a little mini computer right here, and that's Facebook. OMG, no, don't know what that means. I went out to all my friends and family. Everyone except one said yes to my business opportunity. That was me. Okay. Well, you probably want to get into mentorship. Hey, Laura, how are you? Good to see you here. Great Wednesday to you, Ron. Facebook user says 100. Good afternoon, California, tuning in. Hey, Mark Presswood. Tyler from Florida. Rags to riches stories truly inspire me. Absolutely. Aaron from Sydney, Australia, and Carol from Clearwater, Florida. Okay, guys, so here's the thing. So back to our topic, product or business opportunity, okay? Truth is, guys, in the event that you go to check, right? So the products work, they're competitively priced, the compensation plan is fair. It doesn't have anything to do with those. That is not why people are going to join your business, okay? And I can tell you this from 3 decades. I can tell you that what people really want, what they really want is leadership. That's what they want. They want somebody that can show them what to do, okay? So in the event that you're going to be, marketing online, what is value? What is value? Okay. People talk about, provide value. Okay. Now, if you have never been in marketing and you don't understand what target marketing is, it would be pretty darn hard for that person to understand what it means to provide value to the people when they don't even know what the industry even is. They don't understand it. They need somebody to explain it to them, and they need case studies, and they need to follow a proven formula where they have actual results that are documented that they can follow, okay? So here's what we did for a campaign. Here was the psychology behind the campaign. Here's how much engagement the campaign got. Here's how many people enrolled from that particular post, right? And here's how much money that was generated at the end of the day. That's called data, okay? And that is way more important than your products. It's way more important than your comp plan. It's way more important than the patents and the track record and want. Nobody cares. What they want is they want a blueprint. They want a blueprint, guys. The blueprint is where the value is. The blueprint is where the value is, okay? And the blueprint could work for any different company. It doesn't matter, as long as the products work, as long as they're competitively priced, and as long as the compensation plan is fair. Game on, baby. Okay. So you got to ask yourself this question. If you do not know the answers to what I just said, right, you got a problem. You got a problem. Because you think that your business, to make big money, to get to 7 figures and higher, is about the things that it's not. It's not about your products. It's not about your comp plan. It's about the value that you provide as a leader and the systems that you have in place. Okay. Here's a funnel that we used. Okay. Here was we posted it on our wall. Here's how many people registered for a webinar. Here's how many people showed up to the webinar. Here was the closing rate of how many people came in. And here was the bottom line of how much money that was made. Here's how long the campaign ran. Okay. So, I could say, like, here's an example in my private group, right? In Black Ops, when I just rolled out this campaign, okay, I said, here's the campaign that I rolled out. Okay. Here was the strategy behind the campaign, right? The whole campaign was to be able to help people to add $10,000 to their bank account prior to Christmas. It's called the 10K Side Hustle Showdown. Okay. So I showed them what did my funnel that I used actually look like. Okay. So what did I have on what was the copy, right? Where did that go after people opted in? So I showed them that. And then what's the next steps? What's the next steps? So I showed them what my broadcast page looked like, right? With my Getting Started Now button underneath. And then I showed them all of the value that was provided all the way up to the end of the deadline when the program was sold out, and I generated $40,000, right, in 19 days. So that's the data that they see. So I can show them how many people showed up to this interview, okay? How many people showed up onto this interview? What was the actual total of how many exposures the campaign got? And then what was the actual results that showed up in cash, okay? And in my opinion, that's truly what the people want. And that has nothing to do with whatever it is that you think you're marketing, guys. Okay, I can tell you when I marketed Explosial, you'd never see the company name on my wall, ever. I didn't put logos all over and blah, 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 discounts and blah, blah, blah. I was actually marketing the Academy of Quantum Physics Mind Mastery. That's where all the top income earners were coming from, was the value, right? The value that I created that helped the people. That's where the top income earners came from. So people would say, well, they would see all these success stories all over and they would say, well, I want that. How do I get that thing that's worth $5,000? And I said, you get that when you join this. And that's how the income went like this. Okay. Now, same thing worked in when I rolled out Exodus Elite. Okay. So I did a campaign. Okay. So I rolled out an actual campaign. And in the very first 5 days, it generated almost $25,000. Okay. Now, did I go harass friends and family? No. Did I go pitch people? No. No. Okay. I rolled out a campaign. People inquired. People purchased. Even before the launch event, I did a launch event. People purchased. And now I took the actual results. The results did my recruiting for me. Wasn't about my biz op. Wasn't about my comp plan. It was about my campaign results. Okay. People get into business, guys, to make money. Okay. To make money. Okay. And you as a leader need to be able to show people how to make money. That's why they start a business. And I can tell you this, I don't care if you got some revolutionary XYZ antioxidant thing that will make you sleep better than you've ever slept before. People need to make money. That's why they start a business, okay? And it could be cure for cancer, okay? It doesn't matter. People get all hyped up, and at the end of the day, the helium goes woo, 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 woo. The honeymoon phase is over, and your auto ships get canceled, okay? And you got a revolving turnstile, and residual income, unless you can stabilize that, is bullshit, okay? So people have all this energy, all this, you know, stuff that they go and do on the front end, thinking that they're going to have a residual income, but nobody tells them about the 10% attrition rate every single month. And by the end of the first year, it's and now they're in major problems. That's what happened to Jennifer and Jose. That's what happened to Sandra and Lewis. They were all hyped up about their products. They were doing a conventional MLM deal, and they thought that they had money. They were living the lifestyle, and all of a sudden, wow, the whole thing imploded, okay? That's when both those people came to me, both couples. Sandra and Lewis have already made over $200,000 from donating blood to buy groceries. They made 200 grand. They've got over 100 corporate sponsors, and now they tour around in a huge RV. They're in a movie. They got chosen to be in a movie, right? And now they talk about living the freedom lifestyle. Their company is called First Class RV Adventures. And literally just like 2 years ago, they were donating blood to buy groceries to feed their children, okay? What's the difference? What's the difference? They learned about target marketing, and they piggybacked off of the 7-figure formula. That's why they went to the top the fastest. You know, right now, if you see the stuff that's going out on the internet right now, there's a big movement right now for the MLM company called Heal. Stephen Munson is the CEO of that company. And literally 5 years ago, it was like five and a half years ago or something like that, he was completely homeless. And he went through the training, and it totally went like, bam. I mean, he came to life. And that guy's a huge motivator. He's got great content now, and he's now creating a movement with his MLM company, and he's the CEO of it. So, you know, truth be known, guys, I can tell you multiple situations, okay, of rolling out companies, okay? It doesn't matter if it's MLM, affiliate marketing, online marketing, doesn't matter. They're the same straight across the board. What people really want is they want the blueprint. They want the blueprint on how to make money, okay? And in the event that your particular blueprint that you're out pitching requires them to spend 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000 or more, you got a problem, okay? You got a problem, because most people aren't technical. I can tell you this from even myself, okay? I got the tech skills of a 2-year-old child, right? But I've still made over $1.6 million off my Facebook wall, okay, with no paid ads. So I can tell you this from actual real life data that this works. So it's really truly not about the things that people think that it's about. You know, some people are out there pitching with their products, and you gotta try these products. I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. I'm sleeping better. You gotta try my products. Guess what people say? I'm good. No thanks. Okay. People don't understand the distinction between corporate America business model and the networking business model. And, you know, once you understand it, you'll be going like, wow, like, why the heck isn't the company teaching this stuff? Because this is the stuff that makes people money. And that's why people start a business. Did anybody here get into our industry Let me see to comment. There's a bunch of people on here. I'm gonna open up the comments here. But did anybody start their business because they just wanted to throw 1,000 or 2,000 or 5 or 10 grand and flambe that money? Anybody? Throw me a comment if you say, yeah, Darren, I just love to burn away 5, 10, 15, $20,000 and just watch it burn. Anybody? Anybody? Crickets? Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah. People start a business to make money, guys, just so you know. Okay. And what they really need is the blueprint. Okay. The blueprint. Lonnie Hogan, how are you, sir? Darren, can you please address how much of an online biz you can realistically automate? What percentage would you say? I would say that for the most part, you can automate lead generation, and it really is going to depend on you know, how much value that you personally have as a leader. Okay, because truth be known, like there's a lot of people that will tell you just drive traffic at somebody else's sales funnel. Okay, and the challenge with that, guys, is this. You know, at the end of the day, any smart person that I know, okay, if they're going to start spending 5, 10, 15, $20,000, they want to know who they're working with. They want to know who their sponsor is. And, you know, for somebody to spend that amount of money, they want to have more of a connection than just some name on a website, right? Anybody with any sort of intelligence, anyway, I can tell you that if I'm going to join a person in a company, it has nothing to do with their company or products. Zero, right? Products have to work. They got to be competitively priced, and the compensation plan has to be fair. But I want to know what value does that person bring to the table, okay? In systems, in funnels, they've already tested, in strategies, what days of the week are they doing presentations, training? Let me see what type of results that the team has already had. That's what's going to sell me into a deal. Okay. So people will see, they'll maybe come to me with a business opportunity, right? But they don't bring any value with the business opportunity. I'm not interested. Why would I be interested in a partnership where I'm going to be the one that has to do all the work? So what do they bring? It's partnerships, guys. It's partnerships. You bring some value, I bring some value, and we joint venture partnership. Okay. It's not you bring some revolutionary business thing that you think is great and you have no value at all to provide to the people. And, you know, the leader that you're trying to recruit is supposed to be your lottery ticket. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't work like that. Okay. This is why I tell people you got to up your game. If you want to go out and start recruiting 7 and 8 figure income earners, you better be bringing something to the table that's an asset, because they will not partner with you unless you're stepping up your game and you have things that you've tested, results, strategies, training, so that you have a partnership. People don't just throw in their money and join Joe Schmo that reached them out because they were the first person to contact them with the business opportunity. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't work like that. Okay. So lead generation, you know, can be automated to some standpoint. And when you're dealing with lower ticket products under $100, you can get that, if you have a list, to be popping out commissions. It's not until people start to see you as a person that has value, that you actually provide value to the marketplace, and people see that over and over and over and over and over on your list, that finally when you do send something out, that maybe they spend 1,000 or $2,000 or whatever, and you wake up to autopilot commissions. But it just doesn't happen out of thin air for total strangers that you have no relationship with. You've never provided them with any value at all, that they're going to just start throwing out 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. It doesn't work that way, guys. And people have this illusion in their mind that, you know, money's just going to start raining from the sky. can it start at some point in time when you've done the work, you've learned some skills, you provide value to the marketplace? Yes, it can. But that's the journey, right? And most people don't know what to do because they don't have the actual blueprint. Okay. I'm not sure if we got Arun. Finally taking massive action, connecting with 60 people engaged in my post today. Got to keep this momentum up. Awesome. Awesome, Arun. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations. Keep the momentum going. Hell yeah. Yes. No. No, not me. These are people that were talking about whether or not they started a business because they just wanted to throw the money away. Let's take $5,000 and throw it away and watch it burn, right? Nobody starts a business for that. Michelle gives us the laughing, been there, done that. So no, we need the right blueprint. I love watching Rob Mayberry videos. Awesome. Carol Ann says, hell no. Okay. So truth be known, guys, I don't believe it has to do with any of them. Okay. I believe it has to do with your value as a leader and whether or not you can provide a solution that's going to solve the people's pain that they're currently going through. Okay. And when the value that you provide as a leader completely dwarfs the value that they're getting from their current sponsor or the leadership that they're tuning into, they jump ship and they join you so that they can learn the blueprint and get the value. There's the secret. Okay. So hopefully you got some value from this, guys. If you did, throw me a comment down there below. If you think people on your team can get value, share it out with the people. That is truly the goal of our particular industry, is to help transform other people's lives. It's not about how much money you can make, guys. Okay. Because you will make money if you can help the people make money. That's how our industry works. And you're not truly a success with a big paycheck. That doesn't define how successful you are in our industry. If you can flash a big check and show people that you got a new car. Because if you're the only one making money, you haven't succeeded. You haven't succeeded. And there's a high probability that if you're the only one, okay, that's doing this, okay, and nobody on your team that bought in is making any money, there's a high probability you're involved with some sort of a scam and you're scamming the people. And you're getting them to take out loans and all sorts of shit, promising the big payday, and you're fleecing them all the way to the bank, and there's not a single person on your team that's making any money. This is why I tell people, before you get into anything following a leader, ask to see at least 5 brand new newbies that have never marketed a day in their life, like Josh Cousins, that went from 0 to $250,000 in 18 months. Jennifer and Jose, 0 to $157,000 their first year. Billy Innelis, 0 to $140,000 his first year. Those are real stories, guys, of average everyday people. And the one thing that they had in common, you know what it was? They had a dream. They had a dream. That's what they had in common. And they reached a breaking point and they got tired of spinning their wheels and they wanted to learn the proper way, the blueprint. And that, my friends, is your attractor factor, is understanding the blueprint of how you can help anybody go to the top. Anybody. Doesn't matter who they are. If a 17-year-old kid can make $50,000 in 6 weeks, maybe the formula works. Maybe the formula works, right? Okay, so what do we got here? Angeline says, massive value today. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate that, Angeline. Always gaining value from you. Glad my journey has brought me down this path. Thank you, Facebook user. Charles Green says, facts. Yes, definitely. Thanks a lot. Guys, hopefully you got some value from today's broadcast. If you did, throw me a comment down there below. If you want to learn how we're able to do this, how we've been able to help people from, all walks of life, guys, make as much as $45,000 their very first month in business, feel free to reach out to me and say, Darren, show me the 7-figure formula, and I'm happy to show you the way and show you exactly what to do. Thanks a lot for your time today. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you got some takeaways from this, guys. Have a great day, and let's go get it. Have a good one. All the best.